This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, as we welcome you to Mountain Crest High School here in Hyrum, Utah, as the Preston Indians head south as they'll take on tonight the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Dan Hubbard along with John Slaughter. Glad to have you with us tonight here on KACH and on mylocalradio.com as the Preston Indians, winners of 3 in a row, now are 8-3 on the year as they'll take on the Mountain Crest Mustangs, who have had a tough go of it so far this year, losing last night, and now they are 2-7 so far on the year. For the Indians, they're coming off big wins at home, 3 straight wins at home after getting back off of the Boise road trip and collecting wins in 3 straight games. As for the Indians, wins against Logan, Blackfoot, and Twin Falls last Saturday night, a game in which the Indians put 5 players with 10 or more points in the game. And the game against Blackfoot, they had 6 players who scored 7 or more points in the game. So it was quite an outcome, an output for the Indian offense over the last couple of games, John.
Well, that's what they need, is some good scoring from everybody to step up, not just 1 or 2. Because if you rely on 1 or 2 shots, they can cover a man on man. They can cover them pretty good. But if they open it up to 2, 3, 4, 5 different players, then it's a tougher defense.
For the Mountain Crest Mustangs, they played in the Preston Holiday Tournament. That's where they collected one of their 2 wins. In fact, both of their wins this year have come against Idaho schools, the other being against Grace, who they beat earlier this year as well. They also beat Bonneville in the Preston tournament. So this has been a real streaky year for the Indians as they opened the season by winning their first 5 games. They came home. They, of course, lost that championship game of the holiday tournament against Skyview, then went on to lose road games against Valley View and Middleton, and then reeled off the 3 in a row. So they've gone 5-3-3, but at least they're back on the winning side.
Yeah, and they're doing great. The teams that they've lost to are definitely good quality teams. Skyview, as you know, just north of here, they're an excellent ball club, and so they can hold their heads up high. They're still a good team. If they work together, they play good ball.
So the tip-off coming up about 12 minutes away. We'll step aside. We'll take a timeout as this has been our scene setter tonight, brought to you by ChemDry of Northern Utah. When we come back from this timeout, we'll sit down and we'll chat a couple of minutes about tonight's game. We'll do that with Tyler Jones. We'll do all that as we continue right after this.
KACH, my local radio.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today, 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
Sushi, a word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
Tonight's pregame visit with the coach is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Services Incorporated, the local independent insurance agency offering you many different options for all of your insurance needs. Call for your competitive quote today at 208-852-20. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Tyler Jones, our pregame guest, before we get started here in Mountain Crest tonight. You're coming off those 3 straight wins at home. Always nice to get back on the winning side.
Yeah, for sure. It's always great to be at home, and I thought we had, we kind of got a little momentum going again in each game. Played well, had some good wins against some good teams the last couple of games.
The game last Saturday against Twin Falls, most impressive part I thought was you had five or six guys, I think, with 10 points or more in the game. Very balanced scoring.
Yeah, that's a sign of a good team when you can start to get that, balance. Get, 3, 4, I think we had 5 guys in double figures, and that's huge, so they can't just focus on one guy. So that was good to see, others stepping up and moving the ball, getting more assists, and showing signs of a good team.
The defensive effort, I thought, was a plus for you guys against the Twin Falls too. You did a really good job keeping them down to one shot.
Yeah, rebounds. After the game, we got rebounded by 18, and if you do that, you're going to put yourself in a good spot to win the game, holding to one shot. And I thought we did good against their big guy, the 6'8" young guy. So definitely some good things. And it's something that we got to build on tonight.
For the tonight's game, it's a team, Mountain Crest, a team you saw in the tournament, but of course they being from Utah, it's a team you don't get to see very often.
No, yep. So yeah, we did get to play them in our tournament, and now we're on their court where obviously they're going to play better. They're fans tonight, and there'll be a few more people in the gym down here. So they're a good team. They're much improved from last year, and at our tournament they really shot the ball well. So we're going to have to defend the 3 tonight.
And hopefully we'll be able to make some threes tonight as well. So what do you look for from these guys tonight? Do you remember from the tournament?
They're really pretty balanced. They have the big kid 6'6", but he likes to step out and shoot. And then they like to dribble drive, and they're going to kick and shoot a lot of threes. So going to be long rebounds. We're going to have to rebound, contest shots, and find those shooters. And then the other end, I think we have a good size advantage, and we're going to have to attack the basket. They zoned us up there. I think they'll zone us tonight, and we've got to be able to, get some good shots early and get a good start.
Hopefully everything will go well, and we'll come away with another victory. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Tyler Jones with us here on the pregame show. Take a time out. Back with more right after this.
Thanks.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
westmotorcompany.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For farm, auto, home health, and life from Mutual of Enumclaw, nobody cares like we do. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State, Suite A.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back here to Mountain Crest High School as the Indians and the Mustangs getting ready, about 5 minutes away now here coming up here from Mountain Crest High School. Let's talk a little bit, John, about the keys to tonight's game as we get going here this evening. For the Indians, I think the continued balanced scoring they've had the last couple of games going to be very, very big, not only this game but going forward, because it cuts down the options defensively for their opponents.
Exactly, and they're going to have to work really good against the zone. As Coach Jones said, Mountain Crest is scrappy, but they're scrappy on defense, and they're going to drive on offense. They're going to drive and keep the ball, and they have the one big guy like Coach Jones says, but they're going to be driving to the basket. So discipline on defense and offense, they're going to have to break the zone. If they can break that zone, then we should do okay tonight.
To keep the winning streak going, which is at 3 games, they have to be able to snap what has become a 2-game losing streak on the road, losing at Valley View and Middleton. So just being able to win away from Preston Gym, which has become such a comfortable environment for them, becomes important tonight as well.
That's true. It's always tough on the road, and I'm not sure how these kids today are doing it where there's been less of a crowd. But even playing on your home court, knowing that you've got a little bit of a home advantage, you feel good in this gym and that gym. Yeah, I don't weigh too much on it right now, just because there isn't really a steady thing. And as long as the Preston Indians can play their game, they're going to be fine away from home.
This is the first of a back-to-back, as tomorrow night the Indians will be up in Idaho Falls taking on Hillcrest tomorrow night. It's their first time, I take that back. It's the first time since the tournament they've had to play back-to-back nights.
Right, and that's always, it's kind of fun for the kids because they look forward to the games. I've never known anybody to really enjoy practice, but but when they get into the games, and they'll be up for tomorrow's game also, especially if they have a good night tonight, they should be able to take the short ride home, get up tomorrow and just be ready for another game.
Other games going on around the area tonight. This one I would actually pay to see. Skyview from Utah, just the team that beat the Indians for the
championship
tournament championship, is at Century tonight. That will be a battle. I would actually pay to see that. And then other games going on in Idaho. South Fremont is at Firth tonight, and American Falls is at Gooding. We invite you now to stay tuned. All the excitement of Preston Indians basketball is coming up next.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for Preston Indians basketball. The Indians have won 4 Idaho State 4A titles in the last 5 years and look to keep building on what has become a championship tradition. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. Tonight's game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. Welcome back here to Mountain Crest High School in Hyrum, Utah, as tonight the Preston Indians take on the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Glad to have you with us, Dan Hubbard, along with John Slaughter. John Beverly back in studio as our studio engineer tonight, and it's time to meet the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the Indians, it is Stephen Wright. Check that, Stephen Roberts, I should say. You're averaging about 4 points a game. Brecker Knapp has an average at 7.1 per game. Cole Harris, the second leading scorer on the team, averaging just a tick over 11 so far per game this year. In the middle, it's Brandon Hess. Brandon's got his average up to just over 10 points per game. And the team's leading scorer, Gabe Hammonds, at 17.7 points per game this year, is also getting a start tonight for the Preston Indians. For the Mustangs of Mountain Crest, Preston Weiberg, number 2, who's starting tonight, averaging 6 points a game. Tyson Merrill, a 5'10 senior, averaging just under 3 points a game so far this season. Also a senior, 6'6" in the middle, Tanner Bone, averaging just over 10 points, actually just under 11 points a game, I should say. Miles Crenshaw, a 5'10 junior, who averages 8.1 points per game. And the freshman, Joseph Hunsaker, who averages 10.5 points a game so far this year, who drained 3 threes against the Indians in the tournaments back up in Preston back in December and finished that game with 9 points, will also start tonight for the Mustangs. So here we go. Welcome in as the Preston Indians wearing their road blues, darker numerals. Preston splashed across the front in white and white trim on the uniforms. The Mustangs tonight, white uniforms with orange stripes down the side, and Mustangs in black across the front of the jerseys. This ought to be a good game, John. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, this will be a scrappy game, I think. I'm expecting kind of a scrappy game. Mountain Crest has had a little bit of trouble, but Preston stays poised. I think it should be a pretty good game, and I'm guessing 10-15 point game.
So Hess to jump center against Tanner Bone. Both about the same size, as Bone will control it backwards into the back court, and it's controlled there by Merrill. As Tyson Merrill will walk the dribble back up into the front court, goes over on the left side to Hunsaker, now back to Merrill. Comes across the screen, looks down the right side, can't go down there. Now it's Croshaw to come back up, pop up and meet the ball. They whip it back around, now back down to Croshaw again, has his shot blocked inside. It was blocked by Harris. It comes to Roberts. Here come the Indians for the first time, back the other way. Defensive back, so Steve will pull the ball back. In the right corner goes to Hammonds, back down low to Hess, and Brandon misses the short jumper inside. They go back to Harris. That's an air ball from 4 feet. He missed it by 3. And the Indian Mustangs again come back the other way. And a traveling violation. They got the ball to Bone, and he walked before he put the ball on the floor. So the first turnover of the game goes against the Mustangs.
Preston's looking a little bit uncomfortable, I think, around the basket tonight. They're not hitting those easy shots, 5-10-footers.
Hold it up. Hess pops out top of the key to pick it up there, drives, gets cut off, and a blocking foul inside. As the foul's going to go against Tanner Bone, that'll be his first. It's going to be important for Bone to be able to stay on the floor, almost as important as it is for Hess to stay on the floor for the Indians. Those are the 2 biggest guys on each team.
Yeah, Hess with his offensive and defensive play, like I say, he can jump, he can get up there and block a few shots.
Bring it into Hess. Goes up to get it back to Roberts. 3-pointer from the left corner is good. Steve drills the 3. Preston leads 3-0. Much to the delight of the JV team sitting down here just below us. As Merrill gets it off in the corner. Croshaw wants to drive the baseline, needs a roll, won't get it. Rebound is off inside as Wilberg has it. His shot is no good, and Cole Harris comes away with the rebound. Cole pushes it back up into the front court. Takes it down into the right corner, gives it to Hammonds. Gabe pulls up from 14, that's no good. And Croshaw has the rebound for the Mustangs. Back up into the front court. Here comes Merrill. Crosses over with Bone. Bone shoots the 3 from straight away. That's no good. As it comes down the hands of Knapp. Now back up into the front court quickly. It comes back to Roberts. Roberts back up to the top of the key. Goes between the legs. Now comes over to Hammonds. Gabe looks at a 3. That's no good. Inside, the rebound is off, taken by Harris. He'll bring the ball back up and set up the offense again. When we talk about Preston having balanced offense, the ball comes to Harris. Give it back to Hammonds. Tries to drive, and he traveled. Lost control of the ball momentarily, and then traveled trying to get the ball back. In the last game, the balanced offense for Preston, it was 5 different players in double figures. Rhett Larson had 10, Knapp had 10, Harris had 10, Hess had 13, and Hammonds led all scorers in the game with 14 points. Little pull-up jumper there by Bone. That's no good as it's taken down by Knapp. As Brecker again brings it back up into the front court, he'll give it off to Roberts. Steven gives it to Harris, who pops up to meet the ball. Little layoff pass to Hess. Blocked from behind as Hunsaker got the block. Taken away by Wahlberg, back up into the front court. Gives it off to Merrill. Good block from behind. Swing it over onto Hunsaker. Three throw line extended left. Now back up top. Merrill, bad pass. He had to reach out to grab it and just able to knock it down. Hunsaker gives it back over to Bone on the angle left. He goes to Wahlberg, wants to drive, lost control of it, gets it up anyway. No good. Harris takes it. Quick outlet pass goes to Knapp. Left-hand layup is good.
Yeah, both teams are having trouble inside shooting that, short jumpers. But so the key's going to be either long shots or easy layups.
Preston up 5-0, nearly halfway through the first quarter. Merrill gives it off to Croshaw right in front of the Preston bench. Back up top to Wilberg. Now back to Croshaw again. He wants to drive, can't go around Knapp. Gives it off to in the corner. 3-pointer from the corner by Bone. That's no good. And again, here come the Indians on the long rebound. Hammonds up into the front court. Looking for Roberts. Now Steven has it back up at the top of the key as Coach Jones yells out the offensive instructions. Hess pops up to get it at the right elbow, looking down low, can't get rid of it, so he'll shoot it and hit it from 16. If you can't pass it, you might as well shoot it, Sean.
Exactly. At least get a shot at the basket before you make a turnover.
7-0 Indians, 3.5 to play in the quarter. Hunsaker gives it off to Merrill. Back out top, Bone. He'll pull the ball back out and give it back to Hunsaker. Whip it back over on the left side, on the angle left. Back to Bone in the left corner. Knapp pops out on him there. Turnaround jumper goes off the glass and in. That's a nice shot by Bone to finally get his team on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he had to shoot up and over and hit the glass to get the shot, but was able to make that.
Harris gives it to Knapp. It goes off his foot and out of bounds. So another first turnover tonight for the Indians. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the score 7-2. Prop it in because I can't get the camera. Can't get that scoreboard as easy as I'd like.
3:06 to play in the quarter. Preston leading 7-2. Nick Lefevre into the game. He missed the last couple of games, but gets back on the court here at home. He missed the trip to Ogden and then last night's game against Tooele. Lefevre up top. Little crossover dribble, wants to drive down the middle, lost it, ends up in the hands of Caden Jones, and Jones misses the little short jumper as well. Here come the Indians back the other way. Harris kick it back outside. Hammond's got another three. This one's a hair short. Inside Hess with the rebound, put back basket and a foul.
Yeah, that was a great rebound and put back by Hess.
Second team foul against the Mustangs. Didn't hear who they called the foul on. They don't put it up on the scoreboard here. But Hess to the free throw line and makes the free throw and completes the three-point play. He has 5 of Preston's 10, and they lead 10-2. And then going down was Lefevre, but apparently was inadvertently tripped, and the foul's going to go against Brecker Knapp.
Yeah, he reached in a little bit too far on that one. It's kind of if the player hadn't fell down, he probably wouldn't have been called.
First foul against the Indians. As up in the front court, Wilberg, free throw line, gives it off. Lefevre drives down the middle. A little reverse scoop shot is no good. Controlled by the Indians. Whoops, and they throw it back all the way down the other end. Picked up by Hammonds for the layup. Quickly, they come back the other way as they get it back to Lefevre. Lefevre wants to bounce the ball inside. Jones turns on the block, can't get a shot. Back outside, they give it back out there to Croshaw with 1:56 to play. The Mustangs trail by 10. Driving, Jones kicks it off. Wilberg goes off the glass and in. Preston Wilberg gets his first 2 points of the game, and it's 12-4. Quickly again back the other end as it becomes way wide open and ragged a bit. Here's Wilberg driving and offensive foul. Preston Wilberg called for the offensive foul. That's his first, team's third. And tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North 1st West in Preston.
Yeah, Gabe had good possession on that dribble drive to the basket. He was able to collect the charge.
Traeger Shumway into the game as Roberts goes to the bench down low. Oh, nice pass from Hess to outside to Knapp for the easy layup. And trailing 14-4, Mountain Crest needs a timeout. We'll take a break, be right back.
KACH.
If you think buying a car is hard, stressful, and it takes a long time, you haven't shopped at West Motor in Preston and Logan. We've got a large selection of quality new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles to choose from. Because we offer great pricing and the buying process is simple, we also have a large inventory of used vehicles to choose from. Buy your next vehicle from a dealership that has provided customers a stress-free, quick, and reliable buying process for decades. West Motor in Preston and Logan. Stop in today or visit us online at westmotorcompany.com.
West Motor Company.
KACH.
You know, John, sometimes you wish you could be more than one place at one time. I'd love to be back at Preston Gym tonight as the Lady Indians are playing at home against the Lady Diamondbacks of Century tonight.
Yeah, like you said, there's quite a few good games going on tonight that actually has interest at Preston High School. That Century boys game against Skyview, as we mentioned earlier.
Right.
That's another good one that's going to be, something fun to watch and see how that turns out.
So Lefevre brings it up off the floor. Bad pass up high off the hands of Hunsaker and goes out of bounds. Another turnover against Mountain Crest. That's their third here in the first quarter. And Hammonds gets it up in the front court for the Indians. Shumway now back to Hammonds. Get it inside. Nice pass down low to Hess. He's fouled going up. Foul's going to go against Hunsaker. And Brandon Hess now is going to go to the free throw line. First one by Hess is good. Hess, one of those guys who had double-digit points the other night. In fact, his scoring average has gone up the last few games, where he's averaging 10.5 points a game now. And he's 3 for 3 from the free throw line and has 7 points here in the first quarter. We're under a minute. Preston leading 16-4. As driving, Lefevre kicking off in the corner. Croshaw can't get a shot, so he drives, had it knocked away by Shumway, taken away. It's ahead of the pack. It goes to Knapp. Brecker with the left-hand layup is good again. Down low, bad pass again taken away. This time it's Harris. Head of the pack is Knapp, tries to dunk and he missed it.
Yeah, he got a little bit too far underneath the basket there for that dunk.
Nice hustle back by Shumway to get back and knock the ball out of bounds. Comes over in the corner. Hunsaker for 3 from the right corner is good. Hunsaker's first points, drills the 3. Preston watched him do that 3 times back in the game at Preston Gym against the Indians in the tournament. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Preston looking for the last shot. Harris in the right corner comes back out to Shumway with 4, with 3. Hammonds for 3, short. And that's the way the quarter is going to end. But it's a good quarter for Preston nonetheless. They lead by 11 going to the second, 18-7. Take a timeout. We're back right after this.
KACA.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
The second quarter of tonight's game is sponsored by Webb Funeral Home, 1005 South 8th East.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, we'll start the second quarter with Preston leading 18-7. Rhett Larson into the game here for the first time tonight. Rhett also had double-figure scoring the other night at home against Twin Falls. His season high. Whoops, they tried to get it inside to Rhett, and it's taken away there. As Jones gets it up in the front court, gives it off to Croshaw, and Croshaw is fouled going underneath.
Yeah, that was kind of a telegraphed pass into earlier and was intercepted. You know, pretty easy to intercept that pass. He just saw it and really didn't make a good pass.
They're really trying to get Rhett going in that first possession, get it inside to him down low in the paint, and see if he could turn and make the basket. As Croshaw misses the first free throw. He's a 78%er so far on the year and misses here the first of the 2 shots. His second is no good again, and Harris has the rebound. So Croshaw misses them both, and it stays 18-7. Roberts back into the game for the Indians, along with Shumway. Bring it back across court. Comes to Hammonds. Tries to get himself a little operating room. Give it back to Shumway. Comes back to Roberts again. Back to Shumway. Inside to Harris. Bounce it back outside to Hammonds. Can't get the shot off as they collapse on him pretty quickly in a tough 2-3 zone defense.
Yeah, they're strong on that zone, you know, against the Indians. So, you know, that's what they've got to work out. They've got to pass the ball quick and make them move.
Shumway for 3 is good. Shumway shoots over the top of the defense and hits it, and it's 21-7. Preston goes up by 14 here in the first half. Last year here, the Indians put a hurting on the Mustangs to the point where if it was in Idaho, it would have gone to a running clock in the fourth quarter, but Utah doesn't have that as the ball comes to Bone and he travels. Fourth turnover as Hess is going to come back in here for the Indians, and Cole Harris is going to go to the bench. So they get it into Shumway as the Mustangs kind of change up the look of the defense now as they started out in a 3-2, now drop back into a 2-1-2. Hammonds in the right corner, can't shoot over the top. Shumway now back to Hammonds again. Now back to Shumway, he'll shoot it, he's feeling hot and hits it again.
Nice shot by Gade right there.
So Traeger hits back-to-back threes, makes it 24-7. 6:15 to play here in the first half. Hunsaker out top, directs traffic, gives it off to Merrill. Back down low, Hunsaker has to go in and out of his hands. It's picked up there by Croshaw, gives it back to Hunsaker. They'll give it back to Merrill and set up the offense again. Three-pointer by Bone is an air ball and short and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Shumway had great defense on that in that last possession down here for Mountain Crest as he stopped an easy layup going in on his defensive move, getting in between the basket.
Shumway comes across the midcourt stripe, holds up a fist and says we'll run the fist play. Comes to Hess, gives it back to Knapp, just back into the game. Back out top to Larson, he'll hand it to Hammonds. Whoops, a little bit of an opening down the middle, tried to get it off to Hess, out of his hands. Larson tried to save it, but stepped out of bounds. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley with Ford, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, and Dodge trucks, all available right here in the city of Preston. Merrill back up into the front court for the Mustangs. Give it off to Bone. Likes to move way out away from the basket. Hunsaker for three. That's no good. Long rebounds picked up by Merrill. Lay it off. Great pass to Jones for the layup.
Yeah, nice easy pass underneath. Left the man underneath wide open.
Knapp in the right corner. Throws it down low to Hess. Hess turns, goes high off the glass, and good again. Hess has got 9 points here in the first half. 26-9, Preston leads as we go under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Jones kicks it back in the corner. Hunsaker looks at another three and makes it again. A pair of threes for Hunsaker, and Preston needs and wants a timeout.
Yeah, we can't let him heat up there.
26-12, the Indians on top. We'll be right back.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
26-12, Preston leads. 4:44 left to play here in the first half. As Gabe Hammonds, Cole Harris back on the floor for the Indians. Shumway has it. Harris back up top, tried to get it down low to Hammonds. It was poked away, taken away by the Mustangs. They get it up to Hunsaker. It's blocked by Harris. It's off the backboard. It comes back out to Bone, who misses the layup, goes back up with his own rebound. No. Hunsaker, no. And a foul, as it's actually not Hunsaker, it was Jones who went back up 4 instead of 42, and Hess is going to be called for the foul.
Yeah, that was 4 possibilities of a rebound there, and they're just a little bit above us being able to get the offensive rebounds.
Third team foul charged against the Indians, and Caden Jones's free throw, the first one is no good. Hunsaker and Bone both leave. Lefevre comes back in. Oliver Nethercott, the sophomore, into the game here for the first time tonight as well. And Jones's second one rolls in. And it's 26-13, a 13-point lead for the Indians. Harris, and we got an offensive foul charged against the Indian. That's an illegal screen charged against Hess, who quickly picks up 2 fouls. And Hess is going to come out as they get Rhett Larson back in, so Braden can't pick up his third before the end of the first half. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's good to see Larson in there. He's a good body. It's tough for him to get around on that big body.
Hunsaker outside, gives it back to Lefevre. Lefevre looks at Croshaw, who cuts the baseline, stays outside. Nethercott doesn't shoot, gets it back outside to Lefevre again as it comes back out to the freshman Hunsaker. Nethercott on the left wing. Hangs on to it, wants to direct traffic. Knapp all over him. Knapp takes it away. Here comes Brecker, 2-on-2. Knapp all the way, goes around Lefevre. His shot no good. Larson with the rebound down low. Put it up, missed it. And it's off of Rhett and goes out of bounds. Tough break on the layup attempt by Knapp. Couldn't get it to go down. And then Larson couldn't get also the short little jumper underneath on the rebound to go down either.
Yeah, those are the little things that Preston really needs to have happen for him to stay in control of this game. The little things, the easy layups. Of course, that wasn't easy. There was a defensive player on him.
Jones out top, looks at a three from straight away. It's short. Rebound comes off to Knapp. It was deflected, but it made its way to Brecker. Gets it up in the front court to Shumway. Shumway wants to penetrate, can't, so he'll pull it back out and set up the offense. Larson comes out to set up the screen. He goes around it to try to rub off Croshaw. Gives it back to Hammonds. Grabe's three is nothing but net. Grabe Hammonds makes a three. He has 5 here in the first half, and it's 29-13. The lead's back out to 16. Three-pointer by Lefevre, no. The rebound inside. Nethercott can't get it to go down. Jones comes away with it. His shot no good. Hammonds this time has the rebound for the Indians.
That was good defense by Larson as he stayed up right up against the shot. Made it tough for him to shoot up and over Larson.
As it comes to Shumway, gives it off to Hammonds, who goes to Larson. Whoa, look out, almost traveled there, big guy. Comes back to Shumway. He's made 2 threes from out there, gives it up. Knapp takes a three, good again.
Yeah, we're giving them a taste of their own medicine shooting at threes out here. We're starting to heat up a little bit on the outside. So Mountain Crest is going to have to try and answer.
As there's a pretty good looking answer as Nick Lefevre with the reverse layup down low has his first 2 points of the game, and it's 32-15. Preston's lead is 17. As it comes back to Shumway with 1:45 left to play here in the first half. Hammonds, free throw line extended left, goes down on the baseline to Harris, tries to spin inside and travels again. As it'll be Tanner Bone to come back in. Miles Croshaw will head back to the bench here for the Mustangs. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt put on by Knapp, but the Mustangs break it fairly easily as Bone brings it up to the timeline, doesn't shoot it, gives it over on the left side, taken there by Lefevre. He wants to drive in the paint, little hook shot. Boy, what a soft touch.
Yeah, it took every inch of that basket rim to fall in there.
He got that one to fall in on the little soft shooter's roll as it comes back to Traeger Shumway. Harris, little runner in the lane, uses the glass and gets the kiss off the glass, and Cole picks up his first 2 points of the night. And it's 34-17 with 1 minute to play in the half. Driving all the way, they give Lefevre another layup, and Jones again wants a timeout. Much too porous a defense that time for the Indians as Lefevre took it all the way to the hole. Go ahead.
Yeah, they didn't even move. Defense just let him go right between them, split the defense right up to the basket. It was like one of them saying, you take it, no, you take it, no, you take it.
Quick timeout, we'll be right back.
KACA.
The KACH Cash Magnet Contest is here, and you can win money just by listening to your radio. Simply pick up one of the cash magnets available many places around town and be listening after 7 o'clock each weekday morning as I will call out a 4-digit number. If your magnet has that 4-digit number, you'll have 1 minute and 5 seconds to call the radio station, and you could win the cash jackpot of the day. If no one wins, the cash prize will go up $5 a day. Find a cash magnet, be listening weekday mornings, and get ready to win with FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH.
So the Indians have the ball. 54 seconds left to play here in the first half. Comes up in the front court. Knapp gives it back to Shumway. Shumway looks inside. Nobody there. Wants to split the gap. Gives it down low to Larson. And the big guy's got a layup down low.
Nice bounce pass from Gabe.
Here's the first real full court pressure by the Indians in the backcourt, and Shumway's going to get tagged for a blocking foul. So each side with 4 fouls here in the first half. As the ball goes out of bounds to the Mustangs with 34 seconds left. Lefevre up into the front court to Bone. Jones outside Hunsaker, 3 from the corner, up, over, and out as it rolls over the backboard. So Preston gets the ball back again as Croshaw comes back onto the floor. 24 seconds left. Reminds you to stay tuned. The halftime report coming up here at the break. Final 15 seconds of the half. Shumway wants to drive. Hammonds, nope, offensive foul. As Larson, little illegal screen outside. Rhett picks up his second, and the ball's going to go back over to the Mustangs with 6.5 left here in the first half. Lefevre wants to drive in the paint, can't get a shot, taken away, comes back to Bone, a desperation 3, no good, and that's the way the half will end. Preston leads 36-19. Pretty good first half for the Indians as they have a nice lead here at the break. Take a timeout. We'll come back. The Ralph's Construction halftime report coming up right after this.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home costs $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today, 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
The halftime report is sponsored by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Call 435-232-18.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-18.
KACH.
Welcome back. We are at halftime, and this is the Ralph Construction halftime report as the Preston Indians jumped out to a 7-0 lead in the first quarter, and they lead by 17 here at the break as it is 36-19 and a good first half for the Indians.
Yeah, they played fairly well. Their offense is working really good. They're doing really well against that zone defense, but the thing of it is their defense is lackadaisical at times. I've seen a number of things. They've just driven right up underneath the basket and made a shot. So we've got to switch off a man when you lose your man or he gets around you. You got to switch off. You got to have somebody come in and pick him up.
We talked about balanced scoring in the pregame show being a key to the game, and so far it's done pretty well. Preston has 3 players with 6 points or more so far in the first half.
Yeah, and you know our main players, Knapp and Hess, are doing really well. They're our main scorers right now. But Shumway, he's putting in what, 2 threes or so, and so yeah, he's been doing a great job. So yeah, they're sharing the ball. Right. There's no problem with that. They're giving everyone an opportunity to get to the basket. So
in fact, Preston made 5 threes in the first half. As tonight is the first night they've allowed really more fans back into the games here at Mountain Crest as Utah changed their protocols a little bit. I'd say they probably get about 350 people here, and the dance team gets to perform for the first time this year as well. So at least in Utah, it's nice to see fans back in the stands.
Yeah, it is, and but they have them segregated pretty well so that if something comes up, like the student section's all up in the upper top shelf on the other side, and so they can protect that environment there. Then they have the guests, their mother and fathers, whoever they invited, in the lower section on the other side. And then they've got Preston here on the north side all by itself, So they've got everybody separated pretty good.
Preston leads 36-19. We're at halftime. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, look at the score sheet right after this.
KACA.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back. We are at halftime. This is the Ralph's Construction halftime report, looking at the score sheet as the dance team continues to perform out there on the floor. As for the Mustangs, Nick Lefevre came in off the bench. It's his first action after missing the last 2 games, and he had 6 points in the first half. Preston Wahlberg had 2. Caden Jones had 3. Tanner Bone had 2 in the first half. Miles Croshaw did not score and missed both of his free throw attempts in the first half. And Joseph Hunsaker, the freshman with a pair of threes, had 6 in the first half for the Mustangs. For the Indians, Rhett Larson had 2. He also picked up a couple of fouls in the first half. Traeger Shumway had 6 on the 2 3-pointers. Steve Roberts had 3. Brecker Knapp had a total of 9 in the first half. Cole Harris with 2. Braden Hess also had 9 in the first half, but he also picked up a couple of fouls down low. Gabe Hammonds had a total of 5 in the first half, and that is all the scoring in the first half as Preston leads 36-19. If you're Tyler Jones, what do you tell the boys at halftime?
Well, you got to stay in control of the game. They're in control of the game right now, and their offense, they're working the ball well, like I said earlier. But their defense, I think, is a little lackadaisical. I think he's got to tell them to pick up, help your other teammates out, play defense, on that end of the court, and stay in the game.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Stokes Market. True value from produce to hand tools, fresh meat to smokers, plus fresh bakery, deli items, and now fresh sushi made daily as well. Stokes Market, true value, 217 South State Street in Preston. This has been the Ralph's Construction Halftime Report. Stay tuned. Quarter number 3 coming up after the break.
KACA.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction, 435-232-18.
The third quarter is sponsored by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston, Mink Creek.
Welcome back. As we get ready to start the third quarter, both teams back out onto the floor. And tonight's game is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering many options for your insurance coverage needs. Drop in and see them at 85 South State Street in Preston. Drop in, you can get that competitive quote today, or just go to them a call at 852-2500. That's 852-2500 for Rounds & Associates Insurance. 36-19, Preston leads as we get ready to start quarter number 3 here tonight.
Yeah, like I say, I think Jones gave him a good little talking. I think he wants him to get up off the boards a little bit too. Their defense, get the defensive rebounds because they're giving them way too many offensive boards. And so
starting 5 back on the floor to start the third quarter for the Indians. And the starting 5 on the floor as well for the Mustangs. So here we go in quarter number 3, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. As Bone tries to drive, kicks it off in the corners, it goes off to Croshaw. Back out top to Merrill as he holds there. Dribbling against Roberts. Goes back to Bone on the free throw line, extended right. They swing it back over to Hunsaker on the left side. Down low to Wilberg. Can't get the shot. As Merrill again brings it back out top. They try to force the ball inside. It's taken away. Roberts has it, gives it off to Hammonds as the Preston Indians have the ball for the first time here in the third quarter. Out top to Roberts. Hess pops up to the top of the key. He'll give it to Harris. Cole tries to drive back to Hammonds. Short jumper from along the baseline is no good. Hess has it down low and has the putback basket.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. They've got to play good defense down there, and they did on that last possession for Mountain Crest, and then came back and made an easy bucket underneath.
Merrill off in the corner. Croshaw drives the baseline and got a whistle and a foul here against the Indians. As that's going to be a blocking foul against Hess, and that's going to be 3 on Braden. So immediately, Braden Hess is going to have to go back to the bench, as it'll be Tyler Linhart to come into the game for the first time. So Hess has 3. Larson also has 2, so you can't go to him. And the quick inbound pass, they lose Wilberg, and he gets the easy layup down low. Preston a little confused defensively on the inbound sequence there as they get it up in the front court. Hammonds looks inside. He'll give it off to Knapp. Back out top to Roberts, and they'll set up the offense. Roberts goes off to Knapp on the angle left. Back in the corner to Roberts. They'll bounce it down low on the block to Harris. Cole, turnaround bank shot is good.
Yeah, those inside shots for Preston are working because they're working hard on offense, but it's the defense that's got to step up.
Preston by 19 here in quarter number 3 as Croshaw gets pinned against the sideline and steps out of bounds. 6:09 left here in quarter number 3. 40-21. Preston leads by 19. Looking to extend their winning streak out to 4. Remember, they had one as long as 5 to open the season before losing at home against Skyview. As Harris tries to bank it in again. That one's no good. Croshaw has the rebound. Here come the Mustangs again back the other way. Oh, he almost traveled. Wow. Just does give it off to Bone. And then Bone throws it down low and nobody there except for Brecker Knapp. Knapp comes back the other way. Give it back to Roberts. As Steven lets the offense set up, comes down the right side, pulls it up, gives it to Hammonds in the right corner. He'll go back to Roberts again.
Yeah, Brecker on that last possession was able to cut off that passing lane.
Roberts, little runner in the lane, gets it to go down. Yes. Wilberg tried to draw the foul, but it was no good. As Stephen Roberts with 5 points in the game and a whistle and a timeout called by Mountain Crest. 5:09 to play here in quarter number 3. Preston leads by 21, 42-21. Take a timeout. We're back right after this.
KACH. MyLocalRadio.com.
If you go back over the past few years, Mountain Crest and Preston have played. This is the 4th time tonight, and Preston has won all 3 times. The last meetings we mentioned was in the holiday tournament for the Indians. That was a game that Preston won 78-57, and as we mentioned in the first half, when they played here last year, if the game would have been played in Idaho, the game would have gone to a running clock in the 4th quarter. Utah doesn't have that. So it really ended up as a one-sided game because they had to play out the entire 4th quarter. And unfortunately, I don't have the score right here in front of me, so I can't give you that score, but it was a fairly lopsided victory for the Indians. Even though Ty Hyde didn't miss a lot of that game. He twisted an ankle in the second half of that contest and missed most of the second half. Croshaw from the right corner for 3. Missed it. As the rebound inside comes off to Jones. Jones brings it back outside to Lefevre. Can't get a shot, so he'll bring it back on the angle right to Croshaw. Back out top to Lefevre again. Lefevre comes on the left side to Hunsaker and gets it right back. Now he wants to drive, kick it back to Hunsaker in the left corner. Still can't get a shot. As it comes back inside, as Wilberg with a 14-foot jumper is good.
Yeah, that little floater went right in. It was a nice shot.
Wilberg's got 6. As the ball comes to Harris in the front court. Hammonds, and a whistle away from the ball. And a blocking foul, an offensive foul, illegal screen against the Indians. I believe I've called that against Tyler Linhart, who now comes out, and Braden Hess comes back into the game. As immediately a turnover by the Mustangs, a bad pass, they throw it out of bounds, and the ball's again going to come back over to Preston with 4:21 left here in quarter number 3. 42-23, Preston with a comfortable lead here. Roberts into the front court. Looks down low, can't go there, so bring it outside to Hammonds. Hammonds drives, lost it, and then tapped away by the Mustangs and taken away as it comes to Jones underneath the basket. Lefevre gets it back up into the front court. Lefevre looking down low as he works against Roberts. Nothing there. Crossover dribble. Lost it. He's going to go back and get it. As he corrals it, now he has to give it up. Almost stolen there as Harris got a hand on it. Driving is Wilberg and gets the layup. He now has 8 points in the game, and it's 42-25 as the lead shrinks down to 17. Back-to-back baskets here by the Mustangs. Hammonds drops it down on the block to Harris, down low, shoots over Lefevre, can't get the shot to go down. Jones has the rebound, he gives it to Lefevre, who runs the ball back up into the front court. Goes around Roberts, splits the defense. Ball ends up in the hands of Hunsaker. Back to Lefevre down along the left baseline. Can't go either way toward the basket, so he'll bring the ball back out top again. Goes to Hunsaker, now back to Lefevre. Again, he wants to drive all the way. Little layoff dish pass to Jones. Last touch by the Indians, it goes out of bounds, as it will be Traeger Shumway to come back in. Tonight's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For information on how you can have a home built for your needs or desires, call 435-232-1837. As Hunsaker drills his third three of the game and has 9 points. He matches what he did against Preston back up at Preston Gym in the holiday tournament just a couple of weeks ago. Hammonds back out top as it comes back to Shumway. 2.5 to play here in quarter number 3. Knapp back into the game, has it free throw line extend to left, back to Hammonds, wants to back in, shoots over Hunsaker off the glass and in. That's a much better look there by Hammonds.
Yeah, Hammonds got a shot, used the glass. Glass is his friend when he uses it.
Lefevre holds and throws it away. He thought Hunsaker was going to cut back door, and he threw it to nobody. As Harris able to pick it up and gives it to Shumway back up into the front court. 2:05 to play in the quarter. Comes around the screen. Shumway kicks it back. Harris a three from the corner. No good. As Hess got a hand on the rebound, it was touched by the Mustangs and goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Preston. Preston will have the ball on the sideline almost all the way down into the corner, and Knapp will bring it in from there. Drop it down low on the block to Hammonds. Tries to go reverse. Now he's caught behind the backboard. His exit pass is deflected. Ends up in the hands of Hunsaker. Gets it out to Lefevre. Lefevre driving down the middle. Kick it back out. Hunsaker another three. In and out as Hess takes the rebound away from Jones. Gets it back out as it comes to Harris. 2-on-2 up in the front court. Cole drives all the way and gets the layup.
Nice layup by Cole as he went to the basket strong with a defender on him.
That's the Preston mindset. With till the defensive back, you want to do nothing but push. Push, push, push. Hunsaker back to Lefevre. 16 feet, doesn't kick the shot, kicks it off. As the shot put up there, that's a two-pointer put up by Merrill. As Tyson Merrill has his first points of the game. And it's a 46-30 lead for the Indians with 1 minute to play here in quarter number 3. Shumway down low, try to get it into Harris, taken away by Lefevre. Here come the Mustangs as they get it back to Merrill. Tried to penetrate, now pulls it back out. Looks at a three, and that one will not go down. Tapped inside by Knapp, taken by Harris. Cole weaves his way through traffic back up into the front court, tries to get it to Knapp, but then throws it off his shoe tops and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, bad pass by Hess. He tried to bounce it in, but the ball went right to the shoes of Knapp and it went out of bounds.
Preston led by 17 at the break. They lead by 16 here with 30 seconds to play in the quarter. So they've actually been outscored in the quarter for the first time tonight by the Mustangs. As taken away by Hammonds. Then that could change before he got out of my mouth, and Hammonds is fouled from behind by Wilberg.
Yeah, that was a quick change right there, but then he missed the layup too. He could have had a and one, but he missed the rim, and so now he's got to put them both in the hard way.
Wilberg was smart enough. He's going to give up the foul, give it up hard enough to where you don't make the basket. So here's Hammonds rather at the line. The first one is good. Hammonds now with 8 points in the game, well below his average of 17.5. As Nethercott comes back in, and Wilberg will go to the bench. Hammond a 78% free throw shooter. Preston as a team at 69%. Gabe makes them both. So 48-30, now an 18-point lead as Lefevre drives, puts it up, no good. Cole Harris pulls down the rebound, quickly pushes it back up into the front court with 9 seconds left, goes off the glass and in. Again, pushing up the floor and get the ball to the floor before the defense can get back, as the Mustangs can't get a shot off before the quarter ends, and Preston will lead by 20 as we go to the fourth. Preston 50, Mountain Crest 30, fourth quarter coming up next.
KACH.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
There's a special bond between people and their pets. One that's built during playtime, chore time, cuddle time, and of course, lots of meal times. That's why IFA Country Stores carries all the best food for all kinds of pets, whether they're a part of your lifestyle, a part of your livelihood, or a part of your family. IFA Country Stores, helping to grow the things you love.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, we go to quarter number 4. Preston holding a 20-point lead as they look to extend what has become a 3-game winning streak, winning all 3 games at home and trying to break a 2-game road losing streak here tonight, as Hammonds pulls up and right off the jump from the third quarter, he misses about a 17-footer. As Merrill has the rebound, brings it back up in the front court for the Mustangs. In the corner goes to Wilberg, back out top as they get Croshaw back on the floor. Comes back to Merrill now as Preston in a 2-3 zone defense, as Drew Jones into the game for the first time tonight, and they have Larson and Hess out there together. Swinging across the court, Hunsaker wants to drive, gets cut off, can't go baseline. Back down low, the shot there by Jones is taken out of midair by the Indians. Quickly up the floor, Drew Jones with the layup. Drew has his first points as a varsity player. 52-30. As Merrill has it. Hunsaker now back to Merrill, top of the key. Free throw line, penetrates, stops the dribble, kicks it off. Wilberg for 3 from straight away. That's no good. Hess has the rebound over the shorter Croshaw, and he gives it off to Shumway. They'll bring the ball back up in the front court again. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Preston again in action as they'll be up in Idaho Falls taking on Hillcrest tomorrow night. Down low, it's Hess on the block, turns, goes over the much shorter Croshaw and burns him for 2 more points. Preston by 24. Look out down low, and they get the little penetration as Wilberg gets loose down low and gets the layup, as he now has 10. Shumway, nice crossover dribble, gets cut off by Merrill, who give it back out to Jones again. Jones is one of those 3 or 4 really good three-point shooters off the JV team. As it comes back to Shumway, back to Hammond. Speaking of a 3, needs a bounce, won't get it. Hess goes over the back and draws foul number 4. Hess had a couple of shorter guys in front of him, and I can't blame him for trying to go up and get it.
Well, yeah, I thought it was pretty equal, but Mountain Crest was able to pull it over in front of him, and Hess was over the top. So
Hammonds comes out. Hess comes out. As Caden Lords comes into the game, and Tyler Linhart back into the game here as well.
Good experience from these underclassmen.
The three-pointer by Hunsaker is no good, as the rebound down low goes to Bone, and he's fouled down low. And that's going to go against Rhett Larson, the foul. That'll be 3 on him. See if we can get some of the starters out of there with this big lead, get him a little bit of a rest before having to play again tomorrow night.
Right. They're going to need some springs for tomorrow night because they're a little bit flat-footed here tonight, I think.
Against a much tougher team in Hillcrest tomorrow night as well. Croshaw, three-pointer from the right corner. No good. Jones up high to pull down the rebound for the Indians. Drew will push back up into the front court. Now he'll pull it back out and set up the offense. Lords holds it up over his head on the angle right. Comes back as Larson pops way out about top of the key to get the ball. And now he'll give it back to Shumway. Shumway is the only upperclassman on the floor right now. Larson, backdoor to Jones, and get a foul down low.
I think it was a reach in by Mountain Crest there. I couldn't see who it was. I think it was number 2.
I thought they put up 42.
Maybe that's what it was.
The freshman. We go under 5 minutes remaining in the game. Down low, Lords has it, tries to go up, and he's fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line. So Cade Lords is going to step to the line here as he's making his third appearance on the varsity level. As he's dressing because Tate Priestley is still out tonight with that little bit of that sore knee. So Lords at the line. The first one is no good. Bounces in and out. Cade is a sophomore. So freshman, sophomore on the floor as he makes the second. Lords has his first point as a member of the varsity team and a timeout on the floor. 4:51 left, 55-32. Preston leads. Take a timeout. We will be right back.
KACA.
In the good old days, you did business with people who treated you well, had a firm handshake, and looked you in the eye. At West Motor here in Preston and Logan, that's the way we did it. Since then, we've grown and added technology, but we didn't leave the good stuff out. We still offer a free car wash when you're in for service. We offer quality Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles. We look you in the eye when we give you our no-charge lifetime powertrain warranty, and we finish every deal with a firm handshake. The good old days were good, and these days are good too. We know we've been here all along. Visit West Motor today.
West Motor Company.
KACH.
Tonight's game also brought to you in part by ChemDry of Northern Utah, introducing Micro Pro Shield Disinfecting Plus antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. For safer homes and businesses and greater peace of mind, if you live in Cache or Box Elder County, call today at 435-752-6100. 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern Utah. They came in and they did that little the spray, the anti-micro Pro Shield spray at my house. Very quick, very easy. Just kind of smells a little bit like lemon, and it protects your home for up to 90 days from the very things that cause COVID-19.
Wow, good.
So here we go, back up here in the quarter number 4, as Merrill puts up a 3, no good. Lindhart has the rebound there for the Indians, gives it off to Lords. As Lord gets it back up into the hands of Shumway, back up into the front court. Wants to go right, gets cut off, back to Drew Jones. Oh, nice move.
Oh, yeah.
As a little Euro step down low, Larson almost had the rebound, had it stripped away by Wilberg. Here come the Mustangs again back the other way. Croshaw pulls up for a 2 from the right side, no good. Saved on the floor as it's saved to Lords, picked up by Linhart, and they give it back to Shumway. 4 minutes to play. Preston leading by 23, 55-32. Lords in the corner, goes to Shumway. Bounce it to Larson. Red had to try to corral it, now gets it back. Goes off the glass and in. Wow.
Little jump hook there for Larson as he put that up over his shoulder.
That's a heck of a shot by the junior. as they get it inside. As Bone has it there, and Bone loses it, taken away by the Indians, saved on the floor by the Indians as it comes to the Lords. Larson digging forward, and finally it's picked up by Bone by the Mustangs as he drives in the offensive foul. He ran over Linhart trying to get to the bucket. As Linhart, hold on.
Yeah.
He's he took kind of gets up.
Yeah, he's bleeding a little bit. He's
kind of took one in the nose, and he's going to have to come off.
They led with their arm, extended their arm right into his face, and he went down right in front of him.
As that's going to get Chevy Nelson into the game. Chevy making what has become a rare appearance for him, as he got sick back in mid-December and lost a lot of weight and strength, and the layoff pass it to Jones.
Nice.
Nice backdoor look, and Jones has 4 in the game.
Yeah, he took that on the run right to the basket and took that up on a reverse layup, and beautiful shot by Jones. Nice play.
Lefevre, Croshaw over on the right side. Snaps the pass all the way in the corner. It goes to Bone. A three-pointer, no good. Rebound inside, taken down by Wilberg. As Wilberg almost gets tied up by the littler man, Jones, as it ends up back to Bone in the left corner again. Cross court in the right corner, back to Croshaw. Another pass. This comes back to Hunsaker. Another three, good again. He's got 4 threes tonight for an account for his 12 points. 59-35, 2.5 to play. As Nelson had to go through his hands, he's able to get it back, kick it back out top to Lords again.
He was all alone underneath the basket, just couldn't quite put the handle on the ball.
Hunsaker bangs into Stephen Roberts as he delivers the pass. That'll be a foul on Lefevre, as Caden Jones is going to come back in here for the Mustangs, and Tanner Bone will go back to the bench. 59-35, 2:21 to play. Roberts gets it into Larson, who hands it back to Roberts coming by. Steven drives all the way. His shot no good. Offensive foul. First one of the night on Roberts, 5 on the team.
Couldn't pull up on that one, leaned in too far, come down on the defensive player.
Here's Lefevre back up into the front court. Hunsaker. They work it all the way back around to Jones over on the right side in the angle right. Brings it back up top as it comes back to Lefevre. Lefevre drives a wide open space, and he missed the layup. Jones gets the rebound and puts it back in. Jones has got 5, and it's 59-37. We have a score from the Lady Indians game. We can pass that on to you here in just a second. Larson. Back to Lords, drives, left elbow, can't get a shot. Give it back to Drew Jones again, who'll pull the ball back out. 1:30 to play. Wants to drive, he does, pulls up, right baseline jumper is good.
Got a good quick move there, sidestepped his defensive player and went right to the basket.
Drew's got 6. Of course, he comes from a basketball family, and Hunsaker drills another 3, his 5th of the game. He leads the team that leads the Mustangs with 15 tonight. And Jones bounces the ball down low to Larson. Great entry pass. Rhett misses the first, goes back up and puts it in. 63-40 as we go under a minute to play. 23 is the lead for the Indians. Larson, Jones, back outside.
Travel.
And nope, going to call a foul. Apparently away from the ball on the pass, as the foul's going to go on Drew Jones. That'll be his first. Anyway, after the first quarter, Century was leading the Lady Indians at home tonight 12-9 after the first quarter. As they get the ball inside, nice pass again. Wilberg with the easy layup. He's got a dozen. And with 40 seconds to play, Preston leads by 21. Roberts, top of the key, just letting the clock run, down to 30 seconds left. Nelson bounces it down low to Larson. He goes off an Indian and out of bounds. 7:30 tip-off tomorrow night from Hillcrest. We're on the air with the pregame show about 7:15. No video tomorrow night, as it comes again over to Croshaw. Back to Lefevre. Lefevre wants to back out. Does. Now driving with 8 seconds left. Kicks it back to Croshaw. Wilberg in the paint. Goes all the way. Put up his shot. Partially blocked. Jones had it. Put it up off the bottom of the board, as that's the way the game will end, as Preston does indeed extend their winning streak as they win it by 21 here tonight. 63-42 the final, as Preston improves their record to 9-3 now on the year. You get a look at the final scoreboard for those watching on mylocalradio.com as we'll take a timeout. We'll come back to have the postgame show right after this. Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding community since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. Now, stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NC.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard. Well, welcome back here to Mountain Crest up in, or down, I should say, in Hyrum.
South.
It's south, isn't it? I get my directions all mixed up. As the Indians able to pick up a 63-42 win tonight over the Mountain Crest Mustangs. Preston now 9-3 on the year. Mountain Crest with the loss slips to 2-8 on the season. But a good performance tonight for the Mustangs, or I should say for the Indians, I should say, to pick up a win in the first of 2 games in a row here back-to-back.
Right, that's what will make Coach Jones happy is like he said, he wants to get the momentum going, especially into league play, coming up with Century Pocatello coming up. But, yeah, I thought they did, if I was to give them a score tonight, I'd give them a 50-50 because I thought they did some really good things. Getting some underclassmen in, some good shots, making their threes. Their defense was a little lackadaisical, I thought, tonight, and also, they just didn't have quite the momentum that they need.
Right.
I didn't see springs on the offensive board or defensive board. They weren't getting the rebounds that they should have got, I thought. but still good enough for a good win.
It was a good win, maybe a little lackadaisical on defense at times. Inbound pass plays, they're right under the basket with nobody guarding the man, leading to easy layups. Oftentimes driving layups for Mountain Crest with through big gaps in the defense for easy scoring opportunities. Right. And they left Joseph Hunsaker open as he converted for 5 3-point baskets tonight.
Right, and I know they played a lot of zone. They didn't play a lot of man-to-man, and of course we expected Mountain Crest to stay in their zone. But I think we could have penetrated that a little bit better defensively and, or offensively and done a little better job that way.
We talked about breaking the road losing streak. They would do that here tonight. They got the game tomorrow night in Hillcrest, and then the final game of these 3 straight games on the road will be against Pocatello in the pit at Pocatello High School coming up on the 19th. So, like you said, still with 4 very important conference games to go, and the first one coming up here in just a few days.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I know Century's ranked up there with the Indians. They're right in front of them or right behind them. I'm not sure where it is now, but yeah, it's going to be fun. It's a good league, and I think that's one reason why we're just back down to the 3-team thing is the other teams are kind of afraid of us being up there.
Yep, exactly. The new ranking due out tomorrow. And Century and Preston were both and Pocatello all listed in the top 5, and it'd be interesting to see where they are listed tomorrow when the new ranking comes out. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll look at the final score sheet right after this.
KACH.
The year is 1945. America is at war with Japan. The average home cost $5,000. And a day's worth of hard labor will earn you $9. 1945 is the year West Motor Company said, hey, let's sell cars in Cache Valley and give people a better car buying experience. Today, 75 years later, West Motor is still giving you a better experience. Right now, enjoy 0% financing or save more than ever on a new truck or SUV. See westmotorcompany.com for pictures, details, and discounts on every vehicle.
WestMotorCompany.com.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back. We'll look at the score sheets from tonight's game and look at the final stats brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, and life and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw. It's Naylor Insurance, 153 North State Street in Preston. Call 852-0810. For Mountain Crest, it is Nick Lefevre, who ended up the game with 6 points tonight. Preston Wilberg finished with 12 as he had kind of some garbage time points there in the fourth quarter. Tyson Merrill had 2. Caden Jones finished with 5. Tanner Bone had 2. And Miles Croshaw played but did not score. The leading scorer tonight for the Mustangs, Joseph Hunsaker, with his 5 threes, finished the game with 15 points this evening. For the Preston Indians, Rhett Larson had another pretty good game tonight. He had 6 points. 6 points for Traeger Shumway tonight as well. 5 points for Stephen Roberts. Brecker Knapp finished the game with 9. Cole Harris had 8. Braden Hess finished the game with 13 to lead the Indians in scoring tonight, as Gabe Hammonds finished tonight with 9 points. Drew Jones off the bench in the fourth quarter had a total of 6, and Cade Lords finished the game with 1 point overall. The Indians also made 5 3-pointers in the game tonight. As we mentioned off air, hardly any free throws shot in the game tonight.
Right, but yet it seemed like there was a lot of fouls called. I don't know why they weren't shooting, but I believe they were probably pretty even. But yeah, it's kind of amazing there wasn't a whole lot of shots, especially down the stretch. I figured the Mountain Crest would foul a little bit more in that second half, but they didn't.
I'm not sure if Coach Jones is going to come up here. We're tucked away upstairs here this evening here at Mountain Crest. And nobody has come out of the locker room as of yet for the Indians. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back and tell you what's on tap for Preston and wrap up our broadcast right after this.
KACH.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH.
Welcome back here on the postgame show as we wrap up tonight's broadcast. Before we go, John Slaughter, get a final thought from you, sir.
Well, I thought the game went really well. For the Indians, at least they were come out on top. A good margin by 21, 22 points. But and the scoring went for the starters. Went not even. There weren't that many in double figures, maybe 2, 3. But, most of the starters had at least 6 points, between 6 and 13 points. So, yeah, it was a pretty fair game, I don't think their heart was in it as much because they knew Mountain Crest was a little under this year. So I, if it would have been a team that they knew they were going to struggle with, I think they would have come out and done better.
No, I think you're absolutely right on that. I think they maybe because they didn't think too much of Mountain Crest, that they didn't really have their heart into it. Maybe looking ahead to tomorrow's game against Hillcrest, maybe just a little bit too much as well. And I think you're absolutely right. It's a good thing that the Mustangs didn't put up more of a attack here in their own home gym tonight. I think it could have come out a lot differently. So that'll wrap up our broadcast for tonight. Next game for the Indians is tomorrow night, as we'll face the Hillcrest Knights in Twin Falls. It's the first of 2 games against Hillcrest this year. We'll have full coverage here on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on my local radio tomorrow night. We're starting with the pregame show at 7:15 and the tip-off at 7:30. Next up for the Lady Indians is Thursday night, our next Lady Indian broadcast, as they'll be at home against the Pocatello Indians. It's also senior night for the Lady Indians coming up on Thursday. That game again tips off at 7:30, and we'll have coverage starting with the pregame show at 7:15 on mylocalradio.com and on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. So that'll wrap up our coverage for tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly. As a reminder of the final score, as Preston wins it 63-42. Until next time, for John Slaughter, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for watching, and we'll say goodnight from here at Mountain Crest High School. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting LLC.